expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskies about to kick it away and get this season started. Coming out with it, it's Alexis. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. There he goes. Almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. He's got 50 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder. And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. And no signal from the officials, but not much push from the offensive line, and I don't think he reached the end zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
After getting nothing, would they try to throw it again on 3rd and 1? Pushes for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bender. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in,
trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitch man one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing it.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Gets the back moving. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bender. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. This quarterback part of their running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Quarterback keeps it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Mahomies. On the move is the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Going to sling it on second down. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense in press coverage. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Got enough space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease to the left.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I tell you what, it puts you in a... position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Washington.
Corners are walked up tight. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Finds his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll bring it out. It's Alexis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we... Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Dogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running to the left. Smashes him with the stiff arm.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Dogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running behind that left side. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Mahoney. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Runs out of bounds at the 35. Second down.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. He's got him. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Defense playing a bail technique. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And the defense drags him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Making side adjustments here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away. Know when the play is over.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback keeper. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it simply gets no bigger than this. 1 versus 2, the wait is over, and we've got an update. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything going on today, and when it happens, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. Gotta stop turning the football over.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Runs through a tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
And it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mahoney. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I just think for the offense, this situation of the game, in the fourth quarter down of possession, you can be a bit more aggressive and throw the ball vertically down the field. Challenge this secondary. Force them to make plays and to play clean without pass interference.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. They want to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Might as well give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Georgia.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Got a little space. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll toss it to the left. Hard running there. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Brings up 3rd down.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.